Hi, and welcome to Let's Tech. We're going to do a quick autoresponder setup on an iPhone, not using the driving focus to set up autoresponders for vacation, when you're at home, when you're at work, so that you can kind of customize how your phone might handle messages. We're going to jump into settings and go down to focus, create a new focus. We're going to do a custom focus and do a nice, happy, smiley face here for vacation. We're going to go next. Vacation focus, we're going to customize that. You can do intelligent breakthrough and silencing if you want to have Apple do that. But otherwise, I'm just going to choose some folks to allow notifications from. Maybe these are a couple of friends that you have that you want to be able to see, or family members. I'm going to set my calls to only be allowed from those people also. So my phone's not going to notify me if anybody else is reaching out. And I'm going to go in here and look at apps that are allowed. Maybe you want to be able to do FaceTime calls, phone calls, and text messages, because we've got some people that might be messaging us, but hey, no work email. We'll go through that. And then this is an opportunity to customize your home screen or your lock screen or watch face. And then there's some smart activation stuff here if you were doing focuses for home or work and wanted to make sure that you could have that turn on and off automatically. So our vacation focus is set here. We've got our allowed people. We've got our allowed apps. We're going to close out of that. And then we are going to open up our shortcuts. For me, it's right here, or you can search for shortcuts. And I have an example one here, but we're going to go ahead and open up a new one. I'm going to make a new one here for when I get a text message. We're actually going to leave sender as choose. We're not going to go in there and do anything. This does require that the message contain a space. So single word messages probably won't get this auto reply unless there was a space before or after the single word. But most text messages these days tend to be more than a single word. So we're actually going to throw just a space in there and we're going to run this immediately. We're going to do a new blank automation here. And the root of this is going to be send a message. So I'm on vacation. I'll get back to you when I'm back. A terrible responder because I have no idea when you're back. And then recipients here, we are going to click and hold shortcut input, click on shortcut input, and then go to sender, so that we are sending this message back to the person that sent it to us. Now, this will work and send someone a message forever, regardless of your focus, if you do that. But we actually want to look at get focus. So get current focus. We're going to throw that up here. And then we're going to throw an if statement in here. I'm going to throw this if up here. And then we're going to move this send inside of the if loop. So now we're only going to send this if our current focus, let's see. If our current focus name is vacation. Now, this will send that message to anyone who texts us while we're on vacation, which is great, except for if I'm in the middle of a conversation with either one of my friends, they will get this back from me absolutely every time they text me. And so one thing that we can do is throw an if in there again and move that. Don't click on any of the blue writing. Move that inside of this other if, which is going to move all those words up. We're going to move the send inside of that if, and then we're going to say if here. So we cleared our condition, our variable condition. We're going to select that, select our input shortcut. We'll change that to sender is plus, and then we'll go ahead and put in a phone number here. So it has to be in this, and let's go ahead and make that a little bit easier to read. It has to be in this format. So we're +1, the area code, and then 555-1234, or whatever that number is. And so if the sender is not that phone number, then go ahead and send this. So we're going to run through the logic here. We get this text message in, we get our current focus. It says if the name of our focus is vacation, and then if our sender is not this phone number, which might belong to Bob or Colton, this one's fake, then we'll go ahead and send this autoresponder. So the only challenge with this method is we can get as granular as we want. Fortunately, I'm only building 2 people in here. But you would then nest these ifs. If somebody knows how to do a select case statement or similar, some sort of logic tree that's not nested ifs, go ahead and post that because I would love to know. But I'm just going to move that send back up here inside of this. We'll clear this variable again. The condition, we're going to select our variable and say shortcut input. Then we're going to change this to sender. Then we're going to say is not. And then we will put in our +1 503 555 2345. And again, if we start here, we receive our text message input in, we get our current focus. If the name of our focus is vacation, then we move forward. If the sender is not this first number, and if it's not the second number, then we'll send that message and we move on the way through. And you can nest that as many times as you want. Go ahead and let me know if this worked for you. If it didn't, post a comment and I'll see if I can help.